we're back here at BS Sports Talk. Brandon and Steven, we're here for college football. We're gonna talk some week 3 recap, talk some games, and we're gonna get into week 4 and some best bets this week.
Oh yeah, let's rip into it. It was a eventful week 3 in college football, that's for sure. Always is.
A fun Saturday. Another fun Saturday.
Oh yeah, Saturday was a little too fun.
I ain't never had too much fun. It's old country song.
All right, you just want to rip the Band-Aid off?
The Georgia-Tennessee Band-Aid?
Oh, yeah.
As a Volunteers fan? Is that the Band-Aid you're specifically talking about?
Yes.
Heartbreak of the game?
Yes.
Sure, let's get into it. What were your thoughts?
So initial thought, good game. Really entertaining game to watch. I was in Columbia for the Mizzou, I don't know who the hell they played, nobody game. They were
Raging Cajuns?
Oh yeah, the Raging Cajuns. They were up like 40. It was 110 degrees outside, so we left. Sitting at the bar in Columbia, watched the kickoff into like the second half, into halftime of the game. And the Vols started red hot. I believe they scored within the first like 3 minutes of the game, 2.5 minutes.
I think they may have scored 3 straight possessions, 3 straight touchdowns.
Yep.
I watched a lot of that game.
Yep, and then Georgia, they score the first possession, Georgia comes down, scores again, they tie it, I believe. And then, Tennessee takes it in the next 2 possessions and score, and I believe they're up 14 or something. And then we were kind of chatting before, they just kind of stopped playing. Like, it just felt like they just were like, okay, well, we already had this game won, like, let's just sit on our heels and, kind of protect the front of the field. And Georgia was like, no, that ain't going to happen. And they just stormed on the field and scored and tied the game up.
Yep, I think Gunnar Stockton had a really good game. Talked about it previewing this last week, that is he a game manager or can he elevate in the situations he needs to? And I think he really elevated last week. I think Joey Aguilar looked great too. Him and Chris Brazel. I think Tennessee's got their next Jalen Hyatt there, and Chris Brazel. I think he had 3 touchdowns in that game, didn't he? 3 and like 180 or something crazy. It felt like Tennessee was kind of chipping away Star Thomas, and then bam, 60-yard touchdown to Chris Brazel. They just blown coverage or just couldn't cover him downfield.
Yep, they had 177 and 3 tutties.
That's close.
So,
insane.
Pretty ridiculous.
Very reminiscent of that Bryce Young Alabama-Tennessee game where Jalen Hyatt had like 4 touchdowns and 200 yards.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. But yeah, I mean, for Stockton coming into Neyland and doing that, definitely proving a point that he can play in the SEC with the big boys and he can play anywhere. But as a Vols fan, I mean, disappointed you lose the game, but...
Well, if I was a Vols fan, it'd be the way I lost the game because...
Oh, unbelievable.
What's the kicker's name? I can't think of his name. So I'm watching him you were on the road, I guess. So I'm watching him warm up on the sidelines, and he's over there like doing his thing or whatever. I don't think Heupel went over there or anything, but the announcers were talking about how he's got anxiety or something. He's got these breathing techniques that get him through things, and how he gets focused and locked in. As soon as I heard the breathing techniques, I was like, "There's no way in hell."
Can I set the stage for you?
Sure.
Of my encounter watching that kick. So I'm driving back from Columbia. My buddy's driving the truck, and we're listening to the game on the radio. Well, not watching it because on my phone, he's driving, so he can't put it up on his phone. My phone would be behind, so we're listening to the game on Sirius XM. And I hear that they're going to a kick, and I want to see the kick to win the game. It's like a 38-yarder or something?
I think it was like 42. It wasn't a chip shot, but it wasn't hard.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy. And so I hear they have that, and so I turn on the game knowing that I'm going to be a little bit behind. And I'm like,
you were listening, you weren't watching it at all.
I was listening at that point.
Okay.
And then I turned the radio all the way down, and he's just laughing. He's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I'm watching this kick. And so I pulled up on my phone, and I know I'm going to be a little bit behind. So I know the game's over, and I have to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. Because I do not want anybody to text me like you or any of my other buddies to text me and be like, oh my God, he missed. Oh my God, he missed. Oh my God, he missed. OT, OT, OT. And so I turned my phone on Do Not Disturb. I watched the kick, and I kid you not, it had absolutely no chance.
Oh,
like as soon as it left his foot.
He was like on like the left side of the hash, or if he's facing it, but it like instantly went on the other side, like just total push.
It's unbelievable. So I tossed my phone in the floorboard, And I think we legit almost crashed because my buddy that was driving almost crashed his truck. He was dying so hard. I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? And I just know at that moment, I'm like, we're going to go to OT and we're going to lose this game.
Well, and then what's insane, they go to OT, they get the ball first, and literally he has the exact same kick in OT, and you knew, nailed it,
Nails.
no problem, but it didn't matter because then Georgia goes and first play to Nate Frazier, 20-yard
Yeah,
rip.
and you know, at that point, I think Georgia offense in the fourth quarter was just ripping down the field. Like, they scored twice and, like...
It was almost like Georgia was just leaning on the defense, and eventually they gave in.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what those schedules look like, but this could be the SEC championship game. I think these could be two of the best teams in the SEC.
Yeah.
I think when with just the way Georgia showed the resilience and what they can do in a football game like that, and if Tennessee they don't lose another game, they can beat anyone with that pass offense with Brazel and Aguilar. And
Yeah, it
Starr
might be...
Thomas had a pretty good game too at running back.
I know our friends in Missouri would say that Mizzou's going to make it, but unfortunately it's probably not going to be the case. But that Alabama-Tennessee game in Tuscaloosa might decide who goes to the title game. So the third weekend of October might be a dandy.
Saturday in October.
Yeah, so it might be a dandy.
Cigar Day.
But yeah, no, for sure. I mean, this could absolutely be the SEC championship game. But
Yep. Great game, fun game to watch. I had a nice parlay that I did not tweet, and I apologize again for that.
yeah, we got to get better at this, man.
I know.
Especially with college football. This guy just rips college football props and doesn't
hot.
tell all of you. And
The best,
even me sometimes he doesn't tell, and I'm like, thanks for the pick.
yeah,
So,
the best bets that I talk about are not going so well,
but he tweets at Saturday night at
the last minute
1 a.m. about the SEC teams and what they're doing. So we'll get better. We promise. We promise. So follow the Twitter. All right. Enough about the sad volunteer loss.
Who's next? The Commodores and the Gamecocks?
Oh my gosh. You want to go here?
Sure.
So this was one of Brandon's best bets.
This
I'll let him.
This was a best bet that unfortunately folded very quickly when Norris went out. He wasn't playing that great to begin with. South Carolina seemed like they couldn't get a stop, and that Vanderbilt run game and Pavia, I don't know, man. Maybe they are legit.
This line moved all over the place.
Yeah, because
It was open at like 8 or something, right?
We gave it out as 5.5 as the best bet, and by come kickoff it was 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So I took 3, and that was one of the bigger bets I've actually ever placed. So.
Yeah, love that spot for South Carolina, but man, they showed their true colors under the
At
lights.
home.
Loved it.
Sandstorm wasn't loud enough.
They didn't play it enough. That was the problem. So maybe,
yeah, what a nightmare.
Maybe Pavia and company are legit.
It might be. I thought the Gamecocks I thought this was their year, man. I thought they had some life into them, and I thought they were going to compete a little bit. But man, what an unfortunate way to kind of kill their season, honestly. So.
Yeah. Then you had the Aggies. Aggies went into Notre Dame and took a dub there. Revenge game. We talked about it last week on the preview, and boy, I really should have moved this to one of my best bets because I loved that 6.5 number with A&M. It felt like a total revenge spot. I talked how I didn't love C.J. Carr, who had a decent game because I think most people expected this to be a low-scoring game, a lot of possession type, and it was quite the opposite. 41 was the final.
Yeah, I'm trying to get 41-40.
Pretty high scoring there.
What a good game. And honestly, I don't remember watching a single minute of this game.
No, what were we? We were sweating something.
Probably the South Carolina game. Well, until it wasn't.
Yeah, it may have been that game.
Or we might have been watching Florida LSU.
Yeah.
Which is also another game to chat about.
Yep.
2010, honestly, I don't know if we actually were watching this game or not, but because I don't remember seeing Lagway, but
I remember a little bit of it, but I remember more seeing all the memes after and Lagway working at McDonald's because he threw 5 interceptions in that game.
oh my god, he threw 5
He
picks.
threw 5
I didn't know
interceptions in that game.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Not the guy, huh?
I don't know, man. Maybe it's Billy Napier. Maybe there's a curse around Florida. Maybe Tim Tebow needs to pray for him a little bit more. I just don't know.
At least game day is there this week.
I mean, We talked about the gauntlet of a schedule they have.
They do.
Are they going to win 3 games this year?
They might. Yeah, they might go like 5-7, something.
I think 5 and 7 is being generous.
Yeah, I mean their entire schedule is packed with top 25 teams. So yeah, they might be dead in the water. I mean they go to Miami this week, right?
They do.
We'll probably talk about that game a little bit. That's where game day is. But yeah, I mean, man, what a 20. I mean, at least they didn't get blown out, but they're all. You think of Florida, you think of offense. At least I do. And
Oh yeah.
scoring 10 points. I know you're on the road at night.
Well, and what's crazy?
Death Valley.
What's crazy too is their defense has been stellar. Their defense, I thought, was the weak point. I'm pretty sure they're only giving up like 16 points a game average or something like that, but they can't score.
Yeah. Yep. No, it was another disappointment.
I want to look it up. I think it was like 16, like 17, 10, and 17 is what they've given up. They just can't score.
Oh yeah, Rip and do. Look her up. I'll go into
Yeah, here we are.
USF in Miami. The Bulls might be frauds.
The USF Bulls.
The USF Bulls. Biggest frauds?
No, Florida's the biggest fraud still.
Okay.
They've
Maybe the whole state of Florida are frauds.
Yeah, I thought Byron Brown would come out to play a little bit more, but I guess on the other side of the ball, Carson Beck, man, I bet you. I haven't looked at the lines, but I bet you he's probably the favorite right now. He probably passed Mateer this week. He's got to climb the Heisman board right now.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. He had a good game.
Yep. We'll talk about the best bets last week, but we got a brutal one here, a brutal loss.
Oh yeah. You got the Florida?
Oh yeah, they gave up $20 to LSU, 18 to South Florida, and nothing to LIU. So,
Yeah. So.
Literally, are averaging like 15 points against, and they're 1-2.
God, and they go to Miami to play them this week. Man, that's brutal.
Yeah, and Miami's putting up like 40 a game right now. So we'll see we'll see how legit this defense is. I mean, maybe they can stay in it and the offense can figure it out. But I've seen crazier things. But right now, it just, especially for Billy Napier, like I don't know, you got to get these guys up for this game.
Yeah.
It's not as important because it's not conference, but you can't be 1-3, right?
I mean, it's almost like it's like an in-state rival, basically, right? I guess technically, it's not like the Florida State game, but
Right.
it's one of those in-state rivals. So yeah, he's got to get the boys up for the game and get them going. So
Yeah,
their offense has got to.
They've got to try to scratch and claw and find a way to go 500. Otherwise, I think he's got to be gone. I mean, you just can't. Year 2 of Lagway. I know it's year 1 of him being a full-time starter, but you can't just go freaking 3-win season.
Well, who did they have last year? Was it Mertz?
Graham
Mertz, I want to say, yeah.
Who actually played pretty well. I think he.
Well, he was there for 2 years, I think, if I remember correctly from the SEC doc. But,
yeah, he was there for 2 years. He came from like a Wisconsin type school or something like that.
Okay.
But when he played last year, he played really well. Because he always had super low passing lines, and I played it quite a bit. And had a pretty solid year. And then Lagway came in a few times last year and looked great too. So.
Well, yeah, the starter last year, I think, this was from the SEC doc, I think Mertz got hurt. Lagway came in and won, I think, a game or two. One big game and then one of those like easier games up front in the schedule. But the fans were like cheering for Lagway to come in, like they wanted Lagway. So
yeah.
This is what you get with Lagway.
Well, I think he's the highest recruited quarterback they've had in a long time, maybe since
Tebow.
Maybe since Tebow. Kyle Trask was a pretty high prospect too in his day, but yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Not ball week 2. It wasn't good besides the props that we hit.
Yeah.
And Nussmeier. We needed Nussmeier's second touchdown for.
Oh, we've been rich.
For a pretty penny on Saturday.
That Florida defense, stout Florida defense.
Yeah. They had a chance to multiple times.
Yeah.
I think he had one going in at half, and they couldn't score the second half at all. So
brutal.
Yeah, bad beat there.
So speaking of bad beats, I guess I'll get into recapping our best bets from last week a little bit.
Don't say weird. Don't say we. Not our best
These
bets.
are our best bets. This is the BS Sports Talk. Well, like I said, it's BC's best three.
BC's best three.
So we hit on South Carolina a bit right already. I don't want to keep talking this game, but
Yeah.
Sellers went down. They were already down a touchdown. And then before you know it's 21-7, and they just had no life. I mean, South Carolina showed that they're a little bit fraudulent. At least when you got to put your feet to the fire in a tough game and got to overcome some adversity. That did not happen. So that was a tough one. That was the worst beat of the week.
I'm very glad that I was a little too intoxicated to realize what was going on in this game, because I think I would have had fit.
Oh, I was throwing fit, but at that point didn't even care because I was too busy sweating out Nussmeyer.
That's not 2 touchdowns.
If Nussmeyer was doing a second touchdown, I'd been a lot less
Oh yeah, we would have been
upset about it.
Not the viewers though. Viewers didn't get that big.
Yeah. So the second.
It was a rage nuke. It almost hit. So.
So then the second best bet that I lost was the USF Miami under 56.5. So USF did not control the clock, couldn't move the ball a whole lot. That was kind of the main gist of the play, right? Thought Byron Brown, similar to the Florida game where it was an 18-14 final, but keep possession, limit possessions though, keep Carson back off the field a little bit. Carson and Miami did what they needed to do, plus some, plus a little too much. But what was worse about this game is they were sitting at, I think it was 54 points because a field goal would have ended the under. They're sitting at 54 points and they put in their backups. Byron Brown was out of the game. Beck was out of the game. All the backups were in. And whatever this guy's name is, I need to look him up and send him a DM on Instagram because it's kind of bullshit if you ask me.
He owes you $100.
This guy was playing like his life depended on scoring a touchdown with 3 minutes left in the game because they were at like their own 45 with 3 minutes on the clock. And I'm like, okay, maybe these guys just run it in the line a couple times, take a couple knees, call it good. Hell no, they decided everything in my life depends on scoring one touchdown against the USF Bulls, who apparently is a legit ranked team. And they scored with about a minute left on the clock and kicked the under, cashed the over. So brutal beat too.
I think it was what, 54 and a half?
56.5. They were at 54 and then scored it. It was what, 38-16 at that point or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Just no need for that garbage time touchdown.
Brutal. Again, a little out of it. Didn't realize this happened. Probably would have been pissed as well, but just an
You're glad you were not sitting there watching the Wagos just melting in your chair as they're gaining 20 yards of play with 3 minutes to go.
As our buddy's sitting in the couch next to him, next to him, just dying.
Oh, just dying laughing. Yeah. That guy's the worst.
Man.
And then to cap it off, we went to Boston College for the night game, right? We had a team total over 27.5. It started out bleak. They did not score a point in the first quarter, and I was like, oh my God, here we go, 0-3 night. And then, the Eagles, the Boston College Eagles. The Eagles decided to put up 20 points in the second quarter, tie the ball game up. It's 20-20 at halftime. We needed 27.5, so we needed a touchdown field goal, touchdown 2-point conversion, just a couple scores. Didn't sniff the end zone in the second half. And that game final was at 27-20 after a 20-20 at halftime. I mean, you want to talk about just brutal beats. I mean, I don't know how it gets worse than that Miami under and this Boston College not putting up 28.
Yeah,
just incredible.
So luckily this one I actually didn't take. Probably because I forgot to. So kind of glad there.
Yeah, lucky you did. I actually went to dinner tonight and I couldn't tip the wagers very much because I went 0-3 this week and just couldn't afford it. So apologies to her, to that nice lady, but we had a rough week in our best bets. So sorry about you. I'll come back next week when I go 3-0.
All right, yeah, 3-0. So you want to give the people those bets, or you want to talk about some week 4 games first?
Actually, we'll just go. We'll roll the best bets while we talk about the games because my best bets are actually in all the ranked games this weekend that are probably really the most noteworthy ones. So, and we hate all these bets. To be clear, we don't love any of these. We hate them all. Every single one of these bets sucks, and I hate them. I don't know why I picked it. So, just want to throw it out there.
All right, where do you want to start?
I didn't look at the times. I like going in time order. I'll tell you what.
Talking Auburn, Oklahoma?
Yep, I'm about to say Auburn, Oklahoma. I know it's an 11 o'clock game.
2:30, but yeah.
Oh, is it?
2:30.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll start there.
Okay.
So Auburn, Oklahoma. So my best bet here for the weekend is over 40.5 in this game. It's gone from 49 down to 48. And I thought this would for sure be in the mid-50s because Auburn is scoring points, Oklahoma's scoring points. Auburn hasn't played a whole lot of good competition yet. They played Baylor. They did play Baylor, they're not a bad team. I think they're going to maybe fight for the Big 12 over there a little bit. In Oklahoma, we love John Mateer, right? We watch him just mollywomp Michigan and what they've got going on. But both of these offenses look like top-tier SEC offenses right now. Mateer is leading the Heisman race, assuming Carson Beck didn't pass him. And Jackson Arnold, this is a revenge game for him. Jackson Arnold, if you recall, was an Oklahoma Sooner last year, and he is now quarterbacking the Auburn Tigers. So I love the spot of a guy playing his former team, right? And I really think this is going to be a Heisman game for John Mateer. I think Oklahoma might put up 40 points in this game. They're at home. It's going to be a tough place for Auburn to play, but I still like what Jackson Arnold, Cam Coleman, and that offense at Auburn's doing. So I do like over 40.5 here.
Yeah, when I was looking at your notes about here, I was kind of curious, I guess, that this was this low. Mainly because of the fact that I haven't really watched any Auburn film or games this year yet. And then I go back and look at, what they're doing and how they're doing it. That's the most important thing because they're kind of playing these lower end schools. So how they're putting up points is, I guess, we'd say more important than just putting up the points themselves. But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, 47.5. Yeah, it's tough to come to that Oklahoma and play, but
I've made this comment a couple of times. It's funny they're playing each other, but I talk about how Jordan Hare is it's like the voodoo stadium of the SEC, right? Like no matter how bad or good Auburn is, they might win the game because there's like just some kind of magic going on.
Yeah.
Oklahoma is the same. That's how they were in the Big 12 all those years, but now they're in the SEC. This is also a place that it just seems like weird, funky crap happens.
Yep, no, I agree.
Yeah,
no, I like it.
And I haven't watched a lot of Jackson Arnold yet, but again, love it against his old team. But I know he's had a couple 100-yard games where he's rushing for 100 on top of throwing. I don't know what he's been throwing for, but you got a guy like Cam Coleman, a 5-star top dog wide receiver out of his class. I think it was 2 years ago. It's just a recipe for success. I think stopping running quarterbacks in college football proves to be pretty hard, and Mateer is the exact same on the other side of the field. Mateer is a little more physical than what Jackson Arnold is, but he can get after it. He can pick up first down, move the chains, and put balls in the end zone.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not it's not a night game, so it's a 2:30 game. And that matters. I mean,
that's true.
Not playing under the lights there. I mean,
Probably
you don't have all the eyes on you. You are the ABC slot at 2:30, so it is a bigger game for that aspect. But
Look, probably feels like a little less pressure if you're the Auburn Tigers,
sure.
right? In that offense, it'll still be loud and rowdy for sure, but nothing's as loud and rowdy as a 6:30 game under the lights and the crowd's been drinking all day.
Oh yeah. So, no, I like it. I think the spread's 6.5. I mean,
I think
it's weird that Oklahoma's getting under a touchdown. Feels kind of trappy, but
it does feel very trappy, and I think it's because Auburn can score with them, and that's why I like the over.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
So
I really do. I don't think Oklahoma's had to play an offense yet where they got to stop. I mean, they played Michigan, but we saw what Bryce Hunter looked like in that game. We don't like him a whole lot, so.
Yep, team's got a couple games under their belt.
First SEC game for both these teams, right? First conference game, I think. I don't think either one's played a conference team yet.
Yeah, I don't think so. Oklahoma probably definitely haven't. And no, Auburn has not either. Auburn's only played Baylor.
Yep. So give us over 48.5. Love it.
Alrighty. And so that 11 o'clock game that you were talking about is actually the Texas Tech game that you like.
That was it.
Texas Tech and the Utes.
Utah
Utes.
Texas Tech and the Utah Utes. So I love Baron Morton just as much as I love John Mateer. He doesn't play in the SEC. He plays over there for Texas Tech, the Red Raiders. I think if there's ever going to be a Patrick Mahomes 2.0 coming out of Texas Tech, kind of like a lower tier school, like not the ones you always think about, the Blue Bloods, right? It might be this guy.
It's not Rayola from the Nebraska.
It's definitely not Dylan
Oh, okay.
Raiola, that wannabe fraud. But yeah, actually, that was actually one of my best bets last week. Well, not one of my best bets, but one of the bets I didn't tweet out. I had about 200 on Barry Morton to throw 3 touchdowns, and he threw it in all the first quarter. So just easy freaking money.
You got to give these people these bets. Man.
I know. So this is a ranked game. Texas Tech and Utah. I think Utah's 16 and Tech's 13, something like that. So it's a solid game.
Are they both ranked?
Yeah, they're both ranked. I believe they're 13, 16.
I will get that info.
Okay. Utah's got a solid defense. They've always been kind of built around, we can stop the run, we can get it to the quarterback, but they've played no one to this point. And you're going to give me Texas Tech just to score 4 touchdowns, 27 and a half. I'm taking Baron Morton in that pass game all day long. Utah hasn't done anything to show me they can slow them down. I think Utah can score a little bit. They actually look pretty good this year too. Again, the tier of competition hasn't really been there. But so I guess what I'm getting at is I think that there's a risk of taking Texas Tech on the spread. So I'm going to just go over the team total. I think
Yes. Spread's 4.5. So
4.5. I think Utah's total was like a 30, which I don't view them as a high scoring team.
this total is really high, 58.5.
But
And they both are. It's 16 for 17. Utah 16.
16,
Texas
17.
Tech 17.
Yeah, gotcha. So
So
this will be a fun 11 o'clock game for sure.
yeah, honestly, I haven't watched either one of these teams. They have the 11 o'clock slot on Fox. So I think Big Noon Fox. Is it Big Noon? What's that called?
Yeah,
Big Noon Fox. I think they're there. So Portnoy's in the house. And
Oh, yeah.
So
Mark
crowd's gonna be rowdy. Oh yeah, crowd will be rowdy. Teams will probably be up for it. 11 o'clock game, like we were talking about. Not under lights or anything. So I totally expect points. I love it. Yeah, I honestly haven't watched a lot of Texas Tech, but
Be watching
what you just told me, I got faith. I mean, shit. For 27 and a half, 4 touchdowns.
just like you had faith last weekend.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a
They'll
good point.
probably score 27 and a half and then score again like Boston College.
Yeah, that's a good point. No, we believe.
All right.
Game 3?
Getting the last one here.
Yeah, last one. Then we got an honorable mention.
We sure do. So for the last best bet,
Going back to your
back to the well. So we've gone back to the well in South Carolina. It didn't work out too well the second time, but
You don't say that, dude. Don't say that.
Illinois fighting Illini. We're going back to the well. Going back to Luke Altmaier and this air raid offense that they've got. Give us plus 4.5 at Indiana. Another ranked game here. What is this? 9 versus 11? I'm pretty sure it knows it's 9 right now, right?
9 versus 19. Indiana's 19.
9 and 19. So
Illinois is 9.
similar concept to the Utah game. Indiana hasn't played anyone yet either. It's a home game. It's always tough to play at home. This feels very similar to the Illinois Duke game that we bet on a couple weeks ago. Indiana is definitely a better team than Duke is, but I think Indiana, all the hype around them and their ranking right now is a lot based on what they did last year. They had an incredible year last year. They went toe to toe. Was it Penn State or Ohio? It was Penn State or Ohio State. It was one of those teams. Was it? It might have been. Was it a playoff game?
No, they didn't make the playoff today. No.
Maybe I think the year before. Anyways, I think they're just riding off of the hype of what they did last year because all of a sudden out of nowhere, Indiana kind of became a relevant football school again. But they haven't proved it yet this year. In Illinois, you're going to give me more than a touchdown with a team that has a quarterback that can throw for 400 any given Saturday. I'm going to take that all day long. And that's why I love Illinois plus 4.5. I think Moneyline may be a good look here. And I'll be very interested to see what this line looks like come Saturday. If it's going to get more towards like the plus 6.5 or going to get back under a field goal.
Yeah, I mean, Altmaier went into Duke and won. So like you were saying, I mean, Duke's a lower and college program than Indiana, or football program than Indiana, but
yeah, and they beat Duke by like 30 in that game.
Yeah, they ended up. They ended up,
demolished them.
yeah, they ended up late game actually killing them. So yeah, I mean, I haven't watched much Indiana this year. Obviously, I watched that Illinois game the other week, and they looked okay. They were kind of sluggish, but they did pick it up.
Yeah, they started so a lot of. I think Duke gave the ball up a lot.
They got the ball a lot in the game. Yeah, so
I look at this too, and if you give it up, put us on a neutral field, you're talking Indiana's a 1-point team better than Illinois.
yeah, I don't know if Indiana has quite that home field advantage that a lot of these other teams have, but and I could be wrong there, but
if you rank them 9 and 19, is that what you said it was?
yeah, Illinois is 9, Indiana's 19.
How are you telling me Indiana's a 1-point better team than Illinois then?
Yeah, like if this was a playoff game on the road or something. Yeah.
So, I love the spot for the Illini. I think this is another good test for them. This will solidify them as a playoff team and really give them some momentum into some of the bigger games they're going to play in the Big Ten this year. I bet you they play at least Penn State or Ohio State this year. I don't know who else on their schedule, but
Who's that? Illinois?
for Illinois, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so Indiana, I'm just looking now. Indiana went 1-8, or 8-1 last year. So like we were saying, you know, how they did last year was probably definitely
I think it
incorporated into this.
I think it was Ohio State last year they played, and they played them pretty well. It might have even been. Surely it wasn't the title game, was it?
Illinois actually has a pretty tough schedule here. You know, they play Indiana this week, and then they go to USC, play them next week. At Purdue, and then they have Ohio State at home. So in week 6, that's Saturday, October 4th. So, oh my God, no, that's October 11th. Sorry, the 4th they play Purdue at home. So or in Purdue, gotcha. So, yeah, I mean, like you said, it will really solidify them as one of the top teams in the Big Ten. So. Let's see what they can do. I love them getting 4.5. They're on the road, but love it.
Alrighty.
So you got an 11, a 2:30, and a 6:30.
Oh baby, let's roll all the winnings in.
All the winnings.
Roll them into each other and go 3-0 because we
Need a 3-0
we
week.
hate these bets.
Absolutely need a 3-0 week
Hate these bets.
from BC's best bets.
A get right weekend.
Um,
One more game we want to chat about?
yeah, we can go there. Let's do it. Being in Missouri,
You know,
a lot of Mizzou folks thought this was going to be game day.
the insider intel said that there's an internal investigation going on in the state of Florida, Ron DeSantis, and what's going on over there because they scanned Columbia, Missouri on game day.
Which honestly, I mean, I get it. You want to go to Miami to get Florida, Miami, but you know this South Carolina team was just right. I know they got blown out by Vandy at home, but
Does it matter that Sellers is out and they lost that game?
if Sellers is actually out, then yeah. I mean, I think it matters the way they lost the game. The magnitude of Sellers being out and then them losing by 30. I mean, it's just a huge buzzkill for them coming into Columbia. So
Yeah, I would agree.
So
So there's a chance Sellers plays this game.
I think there could be. I don't know what was his injury.
Concussion,
Was
wasn't
it a concussion? Yeah. So he could easily clear concussion protocol.
They knocked his glasses off and he couldn't see anymore.
Oh God. I think this game is still at 6 too, right? Yeah, it's 6 on. They got the ESPN late game. So
He has to be out. If this line moved from 3 to 13,
yeah, this line opened. It's down to 10.5. This line opened 3.
so maybe it's looking more like he's playing.
Yeah, well, you said the backup looked decent, right? Like not incompetent.
I mean, he's not going to move the ball with his legs like Sellers is, but he sat in the back of the pocket and threw the ball okay, I guess. But I mean, the game was over at that point, so it's kind of hard to judge the guy coming into a 21-7 game. You just lost your Heisman favorite quarterback.
Yeah. So I don't know. These are always the type of games that
But I'm going to pose a question. Who has Missouri played?
Nobody. The Raging Cajuns.
The Raging Cajuns.
I witnessed it. They played Kansas.
And Kansas Jayhawks, Jalen Daniels. Different game if that's in Kansas, by the way. Totally different game.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I think after a while, Mizzou just kind of dominated them, but
it was in Mizzou.
It was. I mean, you're right. College is a whole different ballgame away and home. I mean, most sports are, but yeah, nonetheless, I mean, Mizzou hasn't really played anyone besides Kansas, so what do we really know? I mean, they did do what they should have done to the two teams that are lower competition. So I mean, I guess there's that. You do like to see that, but this is the same fucking pony show from Mizzou every year.
Oh yeah.
I went to 2 games last year for this team, Boston College and Vanderbilt. In both games, Vanderbilt went down to double OT and they should have lost the game.
Yeah,
the guy missed a kick, and Boston College, they were getting blown out in the first half and then came back in the second. So, I mean, it's just the same. It's just the same thing over and over and over again every year. So I would not be surprised. Now, can they get over that hump? Like, this is an actual decent team coming in to play them at home. Can they get over the hump of? And if Sellers is out of this game, they should probably win this game pretty heftily. So they should cover this number.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
If Sellers plays, I would absolutely. Well, first I would expect the line to go down, but I would expect it to be a much closer game. For obvious reasons, and in that aspect, see how Mizzou plays against like competition that's like their own. I mean, they lost this game last year. This game, they win this game last year, they get probably into the college football playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Or close to it. I mean, they definitely a question.
Yeah.
Like they get in the conversation.
Oh, it's tough to get in the playoff when you lose to a non-playoff team in Alabama, 34-0. So that doesn't help the resume.
I guess that's a good point too. I guess they wouldn't have. Well, I guess they wouldn't have gotten the playoffs. But
Mizzou's they've got one of the easier schedules in the SEC. I'm going to say easier kind of loosely because we talked about this last week, right? That it seems like every damn
they do.
Every damn team is ranked in the SEC outside of Florida now. They've dropped off. I think South Carolina dropped out this week too, but that means Vanderbilt came up. So this is one of those games that if Missouri's serious, they've got to win this pretty handily.
Yeah, so they got to. You're right. And I wouldn't call it.
Even with Sellers in this game, like if you're Missouri and you think you're gonna try to compete for the SEC championship and be a solid playoff team and not have to be waiting for the committee to hold your hand and get you in, you win this game with Sellers in the ball game.
Yeah, you have to win this game. Yeah, no matter what, you have to win this game at home if you want any chance at playoffs. I mean, they go to so they have this game, then they go to UMass, and then play Alabama at home. Alabama's going to be obviously a deciding factor. Not the ultimate deciding factor, but they win that game, they're probably a playoff team. Like, just flat out.
So Alabama, there's one loss. What else you got?
And then they play Auburn.
We're at?
In Auburn.
Loss.
And then they play Vandy at Vandy.
Loss.
And then they play Texas A&M at home.
Yeah, they might pull one out.
And then they finish the season with Mississippi State, which Mississippi State is no slouch, but that game is at home. And then Oklahoma on the road. That's for sure a loss. And then Arkansas on the road.
Arkansas wins that game.
Which is always tough.
Arkansas is legit. I was staring at their line this week, but they played the University of Memphis, and I love the Tigers, so I couldn't take them.
So yeah, I mean, like you said, they have.
That's five losses. They can't lose this game. This will be a 6-loss season.
They have in the next 6 weeks, they have 5 ranked opponents. So.
It's the SEC for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. So yeah, they do have one of the easier SEC schedules, but they have all the SEC schedules are tough. So they're all good teams.
It's one of those things that they're good teams, but it's not the blue bloods of the SEC. It's South Carolina, it's Vanderbilt, it's Oklahoma.
But now it's realizing that these teams can win on the road or at home. Doesn't matter where you play them. Yeah. Vandy just went into South Carolina and beat them. So
handedly.
Yeah, by 30. So and Georgia just went into Tennessee and beat them. Obviously, those are some of the blue bloods of the thing, but it's still hard to play. It was typically harder to play on the road. At these SEC schools, and you see these teams going in on the road and beating these teams. So
we'll see what that.
It's never a gimme at home anymore. where it has been in the past.
Agreed. I think the big test for them is going to be Alabama at home. We'll see what they look like.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, this game specifically, they have to win. Like we said, they have to win the game handily.
Yeah, and we'll discuss it a little bit more next week, but also got to see what Alabama looks like because their first test is coming up against Georgia next week. So
yeah, they looked pretty bad. Obviously, that first week against Florida State. If they can keep, did they play Georgia at home?
no, it's in Athens this
Okay,
year.
so even worse. So I mean, if they can
And
compete in that game,
little foreshadowing, Georgia hasn't lost a home game in like 3 seasons now.
ooh,
It's gonna be a big one for them.
oh yeah. All right, so that was just a little bit for our Missouri fans out there. Hopefully,
That's all I get is
I mean, hey,
MIZ.
I love hating on the Missouri Tigers, but if they can put a good season together this year, I mean, like I said, they have 5 ranked opponents in the next 6 games after this week. Go do something, prove it.
Little Birdie told me that they had the best quarterback in the SEC this year. So
Yeah, I mean,
prove it.
prove it. I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, I said the same thing about Stockton last week, and he went into Tennessee and he kind of proved it. But I guess time will tell. So,
Yep.
all right.
Should be a solid week. Getting into conference play finally. And
Yeah. Week 4 will be good.
Some off weeks from some teams this week, and we'll really get into the weeds of it next week.
Yeah. So, college football. You want to recap?
Yeah, best bets.
Yeah.
Yep. Sure
Good
thing.
thought.
So we got Illinois first game, right? 3rd to 11 o'clock.
Texas
no,
Tech.
sorry, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, Red Raiders team total over 27.5 at Utah Utes. And then the 2:30 game, we're going to Indiana, where Illinois Fighting Illini are catching 4.5 points. Illinois plus 4.5 is the best bet there. And then to cap off the night, we are going to
Oklahoma.
University of Oklahoma, where that game is going to go over 48.5 right now.
So, Auburn, Oklahoma.
Be interested to see where that line ends up because I'm surprised it's already moved down a 1.5 in the past 2 days. So
Has it?
has.
All right. All right. That's about it. Anything else for week 4 college football?
No, good luck to y'all. We'll try to tweet some more,
Yeah, we gotta get better than
some
that.
more parlays, some more player props out this weekend as we cook them up. We've been pretty hot so far. Just had not shared the love. So
Yeah. Maybe I'll follow the TikTok as well. Maybe Brandon gives some a little video here and there about
see what
some
we can
picks
do.
on the TikTok.
We'll see what we can do.
He's been pretty hot on the college props.
I have no furniture coming this weekend. I'm building nothing, no appliances.
Steven won't be over there bothering him. So
Hopefully we'll have a little more time Saturday morning to get some plays out. So
all right.
all right,
Thanks for watching.
peace.